Another player that the Aces are excited about, new to their roster, the rookie, Aaliyah Nye.
I mean, obviously the thing that jumps off the pages is Aaliyah's shooting.
Roll Tide, Aaliyah Nye, who set the Bama record for threes made, 111 this past year.
1,739 career points coming out of Alabama. She had double figures 26 times last year.
Having her fall to us, we felt like was a major steal.
She shoots the ball at an extremely high clip, but she defends with pride.
Nye gets the start, he gets the block this second quarter.
Gaining Aaliyah in this space at such a young age, we're able to develop her into a 3-and-D type player in this league, and it is not easy being just defensive minded anyways, but to have someone come in that is eager to learn the system, eager to know more and get stops, that's huge.
Shot off the 3, Nye, high archer, ring it up.
She's got the quickness, she's got the athleticism, she's got the physicality to take it off the bounce and go and draw that contact and finish at the rim.
She's hunting buckets. She's hunting buckets now. All right, Aaliyah Nye.
Just like that quiet, steady storm. And she's ultra competitive. I could sit there and watch her shoot that ball for hours. I mean, it's just, every time she lets it go, you think it's going in.
That is a new career high for Aaliyah Nye.
The Aces are such a first-class organization with first-class individuals on and off the floor, and Aaliyah fits that culture perfectly.
I was born in Traverse City, Michigan. I was there for like 2 months, and then my mom took us all down to Alabama. I've been a family person like all my life. I love just being around my sisters. And I'm actually an aunt now. 1 year, going on 2 in June. My family just means everything to me. They're my support system. They're the reason why I'm able to do what I'm able to do.
I always believed in, motivating the kids and giving them an experience to experience everything.
My mom put us in a lot of different sports like tap dance, soccer, track. We did it all. Like, she was always trying to get us to do different things. We went to STEM camps.
They were my number one, and I wanted them to be able to get to the next level in anything that they wanted to accomplish in life.
I was naturally good at basketball. My mom put me in a rec league when I was in like 6th, 7th grade. And it was not a lot of competition.
A lot of people say, you played well, you did a good job, good job. I was saying, no, you didn't. Don't believe that. You didn't do a good job. We're gonna talk about what you did well and what you didn't do well.
Once I got to high school, I really honed in on basketball and I got on a good AAU team. And my dad always talked about Coach Smith, and I think from there, that's when the journey began.
Coach Smith has been a staple of consistent success at East Lansing, having won 18 conference titles, 10 regional championships, 12 district championships, going to 3 state championship games and winning it all back in 2010.
He was very important in, discipline, the consistency, helping them develop. They were competitive, but he pushed them even harder,
He's just an amazing coach. He just works with me, obviously, with my shot.
2020, we were 23-1, number 1 in the state, and Aaliyah was Miss Basketball runner-up.
He made me love basketball and just want to work on it and get better at it and then play at the next level.
There are times where I felt like she was overlooked, especially in the recruiting, but then she got, 2 or 3 offers, and within those 2 or 3 offers, the best offer was going to be the Big Ten.
When you look at her journey, it's so special. Coming out of high school, she wasn't that heavily recruited. I believe Illinois was her only Power 4 offer.
And Aaliyah Nye rattles in a 7th made three-pointer today.
She was shooting 36% from 3 at Illinois, but we felt like we could really help develop her into a 3-dimension scorer. Continue to improve her 3-point percentage, but also add the dimension of getting to the rim more, getting to the free throw line more, and then the mid-range jumper.
I was shocked when she chose Alabama. I was like, you chose Alabama? Why Alabama?
They already had mentioned that they're on a building process. They had some key players, but I think they wanted a little bit more, and that's where me and S.A. came in.
That was kind of their pitch, like, look, we're bringing everybody back, but like we want to add to this. We don't want to just be where we are, we want to keep moving, and we want you two to come in and help us continue to build this program and take it to the next level and take it to get into the NCAA tournament, take it to where it hasn't been in the past 20 years.
And then when they started playing together and I started watching them play, I was like, by the second year, I was like, okay, they're gonna be pretty good.
In the SEC, it is a fast-paced league, and you've got to have guards that can shoot and score the basketball, and both these two can. They're not only were great teammates, but great friends, and they fed off each other. They brought energy on the floor. You had the grit of Sarah Ashley Barker, you had the three-point shooting of Aaliyah Nye, and I think that led to the success of Alabama.
You know, they always say opposites attract.
Aaliyah Nye and company coming out of the Southeastern Conference. Sarah Ashley Barker along with Nye, a couple of leaders for the Crimson Tide.
Hey, got you. Hey, coming. I'm here. I'm in gap.
We were both the leaders on our team, but we knew that like I had the more vocal aspect of the leadership and she had the more lead by example. But she also led me and I led her too. So we worked really well together. So anytime that I needed to be picked up, I knew I could count on her. Anytime that she needed to be picked up, she knew she could count on me.
S.A., she's just an amazing leader, an amazing teammate, and I just loved playing with her.
The Alabama Crimson Tide will roll on to the second round of the NCAA tournament.
The job that Christy Curring has done, back-to-back 20-win seasons, winningest season in 32 years.
Baylor comes back from 18 down to win it.
They were trying to do something special, came up short, and the Texas Longhorns will go dancing back to the Sweet 16.
My dad was just very concerned that Alabama wasn't the team that was going to get me a championship. We were there, but we weren't like where the South Carolina, where the Texas was going to be the Final Four, and that's something that he really wanted for me. And I wanted it for myself as well. I feel like I do deserve to get NIL money. I do deserve to play for a team that could potentially make it to the Final Four or win their conference championship.
During this offseason, over 1,300 Division I women's players entered their names into the portal. The Irish still need to fill out a couple more roster spots before the portal closes next week.
I took a visit there. They offered, obviously, NIL money. They pitched the Notre Dame degree.
I've always said, you know, money sometimes isn't good money. You have to really think about whether that's something you want to take.
I was just thinking about my team back at Alabama, my coaches, and I just thought about like, why am I truly in this position to get these schools and these offers? And I was just thinking, oh, because Coach Kelly worked with me, Coach Roman worked with me, Coach Christie believed in me. I think I just chose not chasing necessarily the money, but being loyal to who they were and how they were loyal to me, because ultimately they helped me become the player that I am.
She went with where her heart was, and I respect that.
You know, our system and style of play, we feel like, is a pro system. Looking at her game and her development, she really understood that.
She's a player that when they needed a big shot, she was there to knock it down.
She became the all-time leader with three-pointers made with 293 in just 3 seasons at Alabama. When you look at last season, she had 108 made in single season, but this year reset it at 111, all while being the #1 shooter that every scouting report wanted to take away. The thing that's even more amazing is the fact that she shot an efficiency of 46%, which is truly incredible. She played the long game instead of instant gratification, and now you see it pay off for her in the draft and her success that she's going to have in the WNBA.
She called one day and she was like, Mom, I need an agent. I want to go to the draft. And I was like, what? Okay, well, let's go to work.
I had interviews with a couple of teams, one of them being the Aces.
We were in a position this offseason to trade our 2026 first-round pick for number 13th pick in this year's draft. And by doing so, that really was a first-round draft pick.
We were told that there was a possibility that she would be in the top 19. I think the agent called all of us. We all got on the phone together and she was like, you guys are going to New York. You didn't get an invite, but you're going.
We're coming off an incredible NCAA season after an outstanding WNBA season. The momentum just keeps rolling.
The best shooter in the draft is Aaliyah Nye. 45% from the three-point line, playing in the SEC, the most dominant conference in the country. For her to be able to do that, that tells us that she's ready for the next level.
There was a lot of nerves, there was a lot of excitement. I got to see S.A.'s name get called.
The Los Angeles Sparks select Sarah Ashley Barker.
Getting drafted meant the world to me. It was definitely a surreal moment for sure. And being able to have Aaliyah in the stands meant the world to me. I know that she was there for herself too, but she also was there to support me as well.
And then one of the workers came up to me and was like, "You're the next pick." And I was just, I couldn't even cry at the moment. I couldn't even be happy. Like, I was nervous because I was like, I knew I had to go up on stage and talk. Like, it was just all the emotions hit me at once.
The Las Vegas Aces select Aaliyah Nye from the University of Alabama.
And then when I heard she got drafted at 13, I just was like so proud for her, so happy for her, because I think that that's what both of us wanted, but we both did it in a way of like, we're gonna put the team first and whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen. And I think we both ended up in really great positions.
It was so amazing to see Aaliyah get drafted. Those little girls in East Lansing right now in the greater Lansing area, like, this is real. Your dreams can come true.
Welcome. I'm just very blessed. There's so many people that have supported me through this whole journey, and I'm just gonna work as hard as I can to go out there and compete every single day.